love this mug.
Thank you for listening and watching. Welcome back to your favorite podcast in the world, the most awaited, most anticipated podcast. That's not a fact. I just want to assume that's this is your favorite podcast. But I hope this is your favorite podcast, and you're still coming back and listening to this. If you just discovered us after maybe a year or a few months after I uploaded this, well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. I'm CB and my co-host.
Hey, Wakka.
Yes. Right now we're doing Afterflicks. Afterflicks is talking about original series and movies from your original subscribe app like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and things like that. So right now we're talking about we are in Disney Plus series. This is What If episode 3. If you want to know where's What If episode 1 and 2, just go and look in our channel. You'll find it. Yeah, just go there. Let's talk about
What If?
Yeah, episode 3.
I enjoyed it.
Where is this?
It was a nice anti-outcome of the original.
Yeah, it's the whole series has always been interesting.
Yeah.
It's good. A lot of them is just, this is like the thought of, have you ever had like what if moments in your life? Like, have you ever imagined what if in your life? Give me an example.
What if my dad was still alive today? I would have thought I'd be elsewhere, but a lot of things would have changed if that happened.
Dang, that was deep.
Yep. What if I was married? What if I had a girl? What if a lot of things? What if I, pursued college in a different degree? There's a lot of what ifs, but I learned to come to it, accepting reality.
So I heard the most common what ifs. People might think that the most common what if is, like imagination wise, is anything that's sexual, when it comes to other people and things like that, like celebrities.
That kind of what if?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying I'm saying what is the most common what ifs or imagination, like people imagine them having.
Okay, like in their little fantasy world?
Yeah.
Well, if you asked me that same question when I was a teen, then I would have said, what if I was dating Emma Watson? What if a lot of things?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the most common what if, they said in the recent survey, is nothing sexual, but it's actually what if you're rich? Like the fantasy of having a lot of money and what you're going to do with it. Like the imagining what you're going to do if you say you hit the lotto or you found a suitcase with a ton of money and things like that, and stuff what they're going to do. Yeah. That is the most common fantasized what if out there. It's more than just
being rich.
Yeah.
So there's like the 3 usual F or G's, like either fame, fortune, or female, or the G part is gold, glamour, and
girls. Yeah.
It's more towards men, of course, but
yeah,
today is whatever's.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about this episode. So the what if is about what if all the Avengers died? That's pretty much the whole premise of the whole show. What if all the original Avenger characters died? And I'm talking about like the core group, like except for Captain America, because we didn't see Captain America. No, Captain America wasn't there. But the main core group is Tony Stark or Iron Man, Hawkeye, Thor, Bruce Banner, Black Widow. Is that it?
Yes. And you said Hawkeye, right?
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. And then of course you didn't have Captain America, which you kind of had Captain Marvel towards the end.
And Captain America towards the end, actually.
No, you just saw the Shield.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. If that's what.
Yeah.
Like the real characters. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't there.
Right. Well, because remember the first What If, it was Captain Carter.
Yeah.
but Captain Carter wasn't frozen.
On a real note, in terms of the artwork, didn't Black Widow look just a little bit like Captain Carter? Because they look. I know they're trying to make it close to how the real life characters look like, but to me, Black Widow didn't seem like Black Widow, or what's her name, Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
Well, most of their characters doesn't seem like them. Like the artwork changed a lot.
I mean, some of them kept, or you can tell that's who that. What I mean is, like, if you look at them, you know that's the actor. I mean, it looks different, but it's not, like, for example, Bruce Banner. It wasn't the white dude that played it. It was
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, you can tell that was Mark Ruffalo. Or
instead of Ed Norton.
Yeah, you can, or even the dad, the general, General Ross. You can tell that was General Ross. It's just two people I thought that didn't seem. That there are three actually: Hawkeye, Black Widow, and somewhat Nick Fury.
Yeah, but because even Thor wasn't kind of like,
yeah, you're right,
like
Thor
that
too.
But Nick Fury kind of it does look a lot like Samuel L. Jackson.
If anything, it looks like a younger version of him.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going for. But I don't know. I feel like because Scarlett Johansson's face structure is different than whoever played Peggy Carter.
Then you know what messed me up is her hair.
Yeah,
because her part is always different hair colors.
Well, if you notice, most of the characters in there, they kind of have the same like hairstyle.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, because even with Captain Marvel and then Nebula on the previous episode, she has that, you know, wavy hair, like long wavy hair.
But she didn't have hair before. If you're talking about Nebula, or you're talking about the hairstyle and all of the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like most of the women in that, like, because even no, because
Agent Carter had it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like most of the women in this animation, they have that wavy hair where it's just like one side, like the 60s, bangs, 70s like the bangs is just covering part of the face. Yeah, because it's the you have Black Widow, you have Captain Marvel, you have Peggy Carter, and then Nebula, right?
Yeah.
The only person that didn't have that is General Ross's daughter.
Oh, that's right. Her hair was straight.
Yeah, her hair was straight. Yeah, and sometimes I thought it was in a bun or something, because she was a scientist.
That's what you expect in the science lab, but no. If I remember right, her hair was always down. In
the movie, her hair is always down. And I think that's about it. But they have that they want to keep that animation with women having that
60s, 70s hair look.
I don't know. I don't know if it's 60s or 70s, but I know it's just one part of the hair is covering the the quarter of the face. Okay.
But sorry, I didn't mean to, drift off on that. But yeah, back to what if all the Avengers died? I did like this one because there was one point that I thought, what if they didn't have these guys? What would there be plan B? I always thought that, Nick Fury has a plan B. In this one, he didn't seem like he had a plan B.
No, I don't know, because I feel like here's my thought. Okay, here's my thought with his Avengers initiative. The problem with them is they didn't say no. What I'm saying is, let's say Nick Fury tried to recruit Hawkeye, and then Hawkeye said no. I think Nick Fury will just wait and look for more people that's just like him. But the thing with this is they didn't have a chance to say no or yes or no. They just died.
Except for Tony Stark. He did say no. Not in this, but it was a scene in his movie letting them know, I already told you no before. Why are you still after me?
Right. Yeah. But he still tried though. Like he was still there.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't think he would have any plan B, because what he was doing, if you remember in Captain America, we're gonna look for people just like them. So it's like he didn't really, he's just waiting for people to show up. Like for Thor, they didn't know Thor existed until he showed up in New Mexico, and then that's when he didn't technically recruit him. He didn't technically recruit him. He just showed up.
He could,
and then
true.
with Thor, he just became an Avengers because they're fighting Loki.
Yeah, and because he has the what they mentioned, that he was responsible, or like Earth was in his list of responsibility. Take care of Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So okay, you're right.
Yeah.
True. He wouldn't have been an Avenger if it wasn't for Loki. Otherwise, he would have been just plowing other planets.
Yeah, he will just be in Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, he wouldn't have any plan B because this is the only plan that he has until everybody's getting killed, and then what we saw in the. So we could say that his plan B is Captain Marvel.
That's true. At the very end, that's what he pulled out. Yeah. But it felt like it was his last resort. In all the movies that we watched, I mean, just compare and contrast, it was still her being the last. But it was as if it was too soon. Was it just me, or did this all happen in a week? Because it happened Monday, it says Tuesday, and then Friday. I don't know if it had a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
I was like, did that really happen in all the movies? It all happened in 1 week? He recruited all these guys in 1 week?
So the in
the movie timeline, of course.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Yes, it did. Because if you remember, with I think it was it Captain America? I think it was Captain. I don't remember, but Agent Coulson. No, it was Iron Man 2. When Agent Coulson was talking to Tony or whoever. I think it was with who's the chick?
Peggy?
No, that's Peggy Carter.
Or you mean his
secretary?
His girl.
Yeah, his girl.
Shoot, it's in my head. It starts with a P though.
Pepper Potts. So when he was talking to when Agent Coulson was talking to Pepper Potts, he said, "I won't be here for you anymore. I got reassigned to New Mexico," and that's Thor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the whole timeline is just there, and then we know that when he was there, Hawkeye was with him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The only thing that's not clear, and we're gonna talk about that later, is with Bruce Banner. Like we didn't know what was, because the next time we saw Bruce Banner, after the Ed Norton movie, which is terrible by the way, is Avengers movie, and he was in somewhere Asian country like Vietnam or something like that. Remember?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So the only timeline that we don't know about is Bruce Banner's timeline. Yeah. But yes, based on this show, everything is in a week, which kind of makes sense, like I said, because you have that Agent Coulson going to New Mexico, and by the time he gets to New Mexico, everything should be planned out and prepared for Thor to show up and try to get the Mjolnir and Hawkeye.
That makes sense. I mean, the timeline of the movie is just kind of messing me up with the timeline of when the movie was made, because it took like a year.
Yeah, because they started in Iron Man 2. If they started in Iron Man 1, then it won't be a week.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a note in here, but I don't remember what it was. But let's start with this. So I had the Iron Man dead, Thor dead, Hawkeye dead.
I love it.
Right. There was one, I forgot what is this? It's a Captain America nod from Winter Soldier. It was like a one scene in there that it gave it a nod or reference from Winter Soldier. I forgot what it was.
I missed that reference.
Yeah, I forgot what it was, but there was one there. Oh, it was when it was the elevator scene in Winter Soldier, when he was standing. Captain America was in elevator with a bunch of soldiers that turned out to be Hydra.
Yeah.
Black Widow had that moment in there.
Oh.
Yeah, in the truck in the truck when she got arrested in the truck. Yeah.
All right, that's
so
right.
You had that a little bit like a Winter Soldier kind of mood in there, you know, because she was right in the middle with
And
a bunch
then-
of Hydra soldiers around her.
Okay, but I can picture her doing that herself as well. I mean, that's something that Black Widow would do. But yeah, that's a nod, all right. I can tell.
Yeah. What else?
I just wish she did the line though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because what's his name?
Well, because you can't really do the line, because she was arrested.
Well, true. I mean, then she figured her way out. But in the movie, I mean, he knew that things was happening, and
No. So in the movie, in the Winter Soldier movie, at first he didn't know until everybody's coming in and someone is getting nervous, and then they surrounded him and things like that, and that's when he figured out. But with Black Widow, she was already arrested, and she's trying to get away. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah.
But I feel like that was like the whole idea that they're trying to portray. Like we didn't have Captain America in this episode, but you're gonna have that Captain America kind of feel in some of the episodes or some of the scenes. This one is shocking to me. The Miss Ross, the daughter, showed up.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think
that was interesting.
I didn't think that movie or the Incredible Hulk I didn't think that will ever show up, because I low-key thought that wasn't even part of the Marvel story. That was like something else. I know there was a Hulk that's not even close to the MCU storyline. I just didn't expect this movie, because it's something I totally forgot. It's a movie that you don't expect. The only thing I remember when it comes to Hulk is him fighting Abomination.
Yeah,
the second one.
Yeah, which is we're gonna have Abomination in
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Wait, Incredible Hulk had Abomination, right? There was no Hulk 2, right?
Wait, what?
Because I thought Abomination was in like a second movie, but it wasn't. It was on this Incredible Hulk.
Well, there's no Hulk 2, but there's just Incredible Hulk.
No, I mean Abomination was in that one, right? Because I thought there was a part 2, but okay. Yeah, my bad.
So and then you have the Miss Ross who appeared. That was a little weird, and I thought she was actually the enemy.
I also thought her acting in this one was better than the one in the yeah.
I
know it's animation, but I thought her role in the movie, the actual movie, it was.
She had more vital role in this one than she had in the movie. Yeah.
I if that, because I'm with you now, I'm thinking back at all these actors. I didn't think she really do a well part with Ross, the daughter Ross.
Yeah.
Or the
daughter
actress.
Ross. Yeah, the actress. Nope, I didn't like that. There was a quote in here. I forgot what it was, but I remember this when someone said "move or be move." Quote in there, and that was a nod from Dora in Civil War when they arrested Black Panther. Remember that?
Who's Dora?
Dora. Oh no, it's not Dora. It was shoot, what's her name?
Because when you say Dora, I thought Dora Explorer.
No, not that. So Dora in Black Panther, I don't know if you remember. In Dora in Black Panther is the chick who trained Winter Soldier when she was in Wakanda.
The baldy
Well,
soldier.
all of them are bald.
Okay, that chick. Okay.
Yeah. So the quote "move or be move" is from the head of them. Yeah. When in Civil War, when Black Panther got arrested, same with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and not Winter Soldier, but Falcon and Captain America, when they got arrested, and then Black Panther got released, and he was walking with her, and Black Widow was standing in front of the car, and she said, "Move or be move." Yeah, that was a
that's
quote
definitely
from
a
there.
nod.
Yeah,
that's a nice nod.
Yeah, I forgot what's that scene, but there was that scene in the show that says that. There's actually a lot of references in here. There's one that it says maybe Middle Earth.
Didn't they just learn that after meeting with Loki?
Yeah, that was Loki saying maybe Middle Earth. You know what that is?
Yeah, Earth. Oh, Middle Earth isn't. Wait, I totally forgot Middle Earth because I'm thinking of Midgard.
No, Middle Earth is Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, Middle Earth. Yep. Lord of the Rings. So that's like, what are they referencing that? I don't know if they're referencing or not. There's another one that says kneel before a god. We don't do that here.
That was wasn't that Coulson, or who did that part?
In the show?
Yeah, I forgot who did it. But yeah, that was definitely
like do we kneel? Because I think this is when the Loki and who Asgardian showed up, right?
Yep.
And someone said, "Do we kneel?" And that was a nod from Civil War.
Civil War.
Was it Civil War? No, it wasn't
Civil War. It was
Infinity War. It was Infinity War.
When they met up with yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was Infinity War. And then Mark Ruffalo or Hulk said, "Do we kneel?" And then War Machine said, "Yeah, I think so." And then he was about to kneel, and Black Panther said, "Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't do that here." Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So that was a nod from there. I like this one when he says, "What's in the box?" Remember that Brad Pitt movie when he said, "What's in the box?"
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, there was in that show. There was a scene where he says,
I remember
yeah. But there was a movie with Brad Pitt saying, "What's in the box?"
What?
I was like, "What are they referencing all these movies from here?" It was crazy.
It makes sense. I mean, it's fitting to do all these references because when you have What If, what we think that happened here in our timeline may have happened differently in their timeline. If that makes sense, like someone else could have done it, or I don't know if I'm making sense, but the What If is a good place to do all these references because the premise is that is different.
Yeah,
the world,
no,
the
it makes
timeline
sense.
is different. Yeah,
it makes sense. I just like that they're referencing from other movies, not just
that's
from
not
Marvel.
even related to MCU.
Yeah, it's
right?
not even MCU. So it's like, why? And then the death of Bruce Banner. Do you think? Okay, so I know this is What If, right?
Yes.
But in reality, do you think Bruce Banner would have died by doing that? Because we know that he died from. So the main villain is Hank Pym, right? He was the main villain,
Yes.
and we kind of talked about his the reason why he became a villain, but we can talk about that again in a moment. But so what he did, he had this shuriken like
Shenanigan.
no shuriken from Naruto. Remember that, the shuriken star?
Okay.
Yeah, the throwing stars. But it can go bigger, so he threw it on Hulk's heart. That's how he blew up. But the question is, could you kill Hulk in reality? Could you kill Hulk by doing that?
To be honest, I don't know how he was able to get through his skin. Well, I guess he went through his skin when he was shot as a human, but so he threw something at his heart. I vaguely remember because I know in the movie or in this episode, he was inside his body, went to his heart, but I didn't see what he tossed at his heart.
No, so remember in Civil War?
Yeah.
With AntMan.
Yep.
He told Captain America throw this at this. So that shuriken that you can enlarge anything by using that. That was what he threw in his heart.
It enlarged.
Yeah.
I guess it can.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Hulk is indestructible.
Well, he's more like unstable than indestructible.
No, but my thing is this: he's indestructible. So if you enlarge his heart, he will just
size up with it.
Yeah, size up with it, and he's not gonna blow up. That's my thing.
Maybe it went too fast.
Or you will make him more mad, or he's gonna turn to a different version of Abomination. Well, his body's all messed up and all. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to the point of blowing him up.
Well, this is simply enlarging him, and it was a quick enlargement. So, to be honest, I don't know why he exploded. I just don't know why his heart wasn't showing. Like, so he threw at his heart, right? Mm-hmm. I would assume the heart was the one thing that was big. Like, it will rip out of his body, and you see a big
Well,
old
okay,
heart.
just so think about this. He didn't just enlarge his heart; he also enlarged his blood,
vessels, and all
and
that.
then the just one pump, you will pump all the blood out of your, out of your body.
Trying to make logic and scientific understanding out of this is kind of shaking my head.
No, so think about
But-
this. So let's say you have a balloon, and you only have a small pump. Using it. Now imagine turning that pump to 1,000 size bigger, and then it's just one pump. What's gonna happen with the balloon? It will pop.
Yes.
It's basically that's what they're trying to tell you, that the heart is a pump.
But with the way how Hulk is made, I mean, with whatever radiation, you're saying that shouldn't be the
Yeah,
case with him.
it should be the case because he's indestructible. Like he tried to shoot himself and it didn't work. He just spit it out.
True. Because Bruce Banner's mentioned to them, like, even I tried to shoot myself. I shot the bullet in my mouth, and then Hulk
he just
spit it out.
Yeah, he just spit it out. So I don't know. Like it shouldn't matter because first it's his heart doesn't function the same way our heart functions. I would assume so because he has gamma ray in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he's like I said, he's an unstable entity that is somehow stabled. And for some reason, the villain in this episode was smart enough to get past or be 2-3 steps ahead of Nick Fury.
Yeah, because it's like, did you hear about the theory that they had how to defeat Thanos? This is like when Endgame was happening or Infinity War.
Mm-mm.
One of the solutions that they come up with was Ant-Man will go up in Thanos' butt, small Ant-Man, and then go Giant Man inside of him.
And just rip him apart from the butthole?
Yeah, just rip him apart from the inside.
There could have been any hole they could think of, just the butthole.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, if you think about it, it's more satisfying, I would say, because it's your whole body. Because it's like if you go inside the head, it will just you grew from the neck up. You know what I mean? But if you're in the bottom and then you grew, it's like it split you to two.
That has to be really tough to get right into the butthole. You got to think about it. Hulk is all muscle mass.
You're talking about Thanos, not Hulk.
Oh, Hulk or Thanos. Then okay, that take it back. Then yeah.
No, but the thing and they answered this. I think the Russo brothers answered this. Thanos' body is too strong that he can be able to fight against the siziness of Ant-Man. You know what I mean? Like he will suffocate Ant-Man in his body instead of enlarging him. So let's say, like for example, if you are in a strong box and then you try to enlarge yourself, instead of breaking out of the box, you will suffocate yourself in the box.
Oh,
because he's that strong, kind of idea.
Okay, but if you grow as quick as his suit does, he would even know
it won't,
coming.
Yeah, but it won't matter if you're fast or slow. If you're strong.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
That's a weird theory. I mean, who came up with the idea with the butthole?
Internet.
They must have been bored.
Yeah. You can't really ask that about the internet. Internet will come up with anything.
Yeah. Oh, true. Then if the Avengers have died, man, Thanos would already won this battle.
Well, yes and no, because you also have Captain Marvel.
True. You got
You know what I
Captain
mean?
Marvel, and do you think that the two siblings would have been alive and an enemy instead of?
That I don't know, but I think Captain Marvel. It will be interesting to see a fight between Captain Marvel and Wanda. That will be a very interesting fight because they're both extremely strong, you know. But you also got to remember that with or without the Avengers, Doctor Strange would still be Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Spider-Man would still be Spider-Man.
But they wouldn't have met.
Whether, huh?
They wouldn't have met.
Well, maybe if the whole world is in chaos. You know what I mean?
True. And a new set of Avengers or heroes would have been
right. It will still show up.
One thing for sure, what's his name will still be alive. Silver, Quicksilver.
Yeah, unless Captain Marvel will kill him.
Well, true, but what I mean is that their whole goal and their whole life was angry at Tony Stark, and he's dead.
Right. Okay. So that part, Tony Stark, their family's death happened before Tony Stark became Iron Man. Remember, before Iron Man, he was selling. People are smuggling his stuff. Like his uncle was selling his stuff to the terrorist. Wait. And that's what killed his family.
So his dad was still. Oh, his uncle's. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're forgetting the story.
No, I'm trying to connect because I knew Tony Stark.
Because when Iron Man started, he stopped selling the weapons. That's why his uncle got mad.
So it may have happened before Tony Stark took over.
It happened before Tony Stark became Iron Man.
Okay.
Because the beginning of Iron Man, he was showing off his weapons to the government and selling it to them.
But then those kids must have grown up quick. Well, then again, years may have happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the timeline stuck in my head or fixed in my head. But I really believe that they would have been just simply alive, or Quicksilver would be alive, and they would just give up on revenge. I really think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Ultron wouldn't have been created. That's a for sure thing.
I mean, like, who would have taken over Tony Stark's industry? Pepper Potts?
Oh yeah, it will be Pepper Potts.
You think that would have been the new enemy for her, for those two?
My thing with Pepper Potts, I don't think she would continue Iron Man.
Yeah, because she didn't want.
No, she didn't want that. I think she just wanted the Stark Industry to do what the Stark Industry does.
Yeah, but it was for war.
Maybe, I mean, they have sustainable energy that they can provide.
True. He could have been the new
There's a lot more than
true.
Stark Industry can provide more.
Yeah, he could have been. She could have been the Elon Musk in that series because, like you said, you just brought up energy. So she would have converted to something. Hey, get the smartest guy. Hey, look, we got all these vehicle parts because his Iron Man suit was basically parts from vehicles that was just modified.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
Yeah,
speaking of Iron Man, so in the comic books, they said that Tony Stark created a sixth Infinity Stone. So the power core that he had, it's another form of Infinity Stone. That's why a lot of these people, like aliens or people from other world, wants to go to Earth and get whatever power core he has. Because if you think about it, right? If you think about it, from the series of the first What If, what powered Captain America's suit is the Tesseract, right? But Tony didn't need any Tesseract for him to power his suit. He made it himself. In the second the second, was it the second Iron Man? Yeah, second Iron Man, when he powered he made his own small thing.
It was in the first Iron Man.
No. So the first Iron Man, he has that block. Remember?
Yeah.
The block. And the second Iron Man, when he encountered Whiplash, he made just a small chip, the bright chip.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Like he even went underwater and grabbed all these, and his basement is all messed up, and he had this light, like a laser light, and beaming into this small chip, and then he just put it in there.
I completely forgot Iron Man 2 and 3. That's because it's so long ago I watched that.
Yeah, so he created his own element. Yeah, so he made his own element in his own Infinity Stone.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's as powerful as the original 5, but it kind of power up to it.
It's not as powerful as the 5, because the 5 has magic. You know what I mean? Like the Power Stone has the power. The Tesseract has space, like you can go to space. But the rest are energy. That's what they're saying. Like you can power up everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Tony Stark could have been a god.
Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to this one. Another interesting thing that I noticed in this show is what they did was they made Black Widow the last person alive.
Well, the last person to die.
Well, tomato. It's I don't know why you have to correct that. It's the same thing.
The last person to live. Oh, well, I guess you're right. My bad.
It's like, did you eat yet? No, I ate. Oh, you mean you mean you're not hungry.
Okay.
It's the
I
same
get your
thing.
point. I get your point.
Okay.
Jeez, man.
But she's the only last person to live, or the last person to die. Which is kind of like a thing that they did because of Endgame. She's the only person that died in the whole Avengers team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of like reversed it, that all of them died except her, or she's the last person that died. And then, but this one in Endgame, she's the only person that died.
Right.
Yeah, compared to the real time. Okay, so let's talk about Hank Pym as the villain. We talked about this a little bit of what happened to him.
Yeah,
and according to the series, he became a villain because his daughter
died.
became an Avenger, or Shield, not Avenger, but Shield agent.
Shield, yeah.
And then she was sent to a mission and then got killed there.
Yeah, pretty much. And Hank had to turn his anger towards to Shield, and he was aiming for Nick Fury.
Right. Did you notice his suit?
Yes, I did. It was the villain suit but without the. Wait, did he had it? The tentacles?
No, he just had two here.
Okay.
In the front.
Yeah, the color was the enemy's version suit. Yellow and black.
The yellow jacket.
Yeah, the yellow jacket.
Yeah, the yellow jacket. But he doesn't have that. The four.
Yeah.
Like a Doc Ock kind of thing.
Right.
But, yeah, he only has two.
We
know for sure that there's no AntMan.
No, he's still in jail right now for all his petty crimes.
Or not.
Yeah, because all he's been doing was been stealing.
Yeah, but the beginning of AntMan, he got away. He got out of jail, remember? And the only reason why he went back to jail, because he's trying to steal suit, or he's trying to steal something from Hank Pym.
Do a last number. You're right.
Yeah. I'm like your reminder in every movie.
Hey, come on, man. You remember all the dumb stuff.
But potentially he could have done something stupid and still ended up in jail.
Yeah, because he's still connected with his friends.
Yeah, but they started their own business.
After the fact.
But they could have still started their own business from there and then.
True.
Because the whole thing was planned by Hank Pym. He wanted him to find the suit.
Yeah, that's true. But in this case, it wasn't. Hank, we discussed this even outside of this pod. You were wondering how did his daughter fit in this whole... Like, it was the epitome of why all the Avengers died.
Right. Yeah. So far, with all the what if, all this what if kind of make sense in the way they started and the way they're functioning. You know, like you have Peggy Carter, who instead of going upstairs, she stayed.
Right.
And now she had the serum and all that. What if? You have Black Panther, who the Ravagers got lost and they ended up taking him. So that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now you're going with Hank Pym and his daughter. Like, that part doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I get it if Hank Pym got mad, right, and became a villain for his wife, but not for his daughter. Like, I don't know why they had to put the daughter in there. Now, if they could have made it made him a villain if they stole the serum and they made it their own thing, and he got mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but just not including his daughter. Anything could have made sense, but not his daughter.
You know, I think I told you this when we were talking about this. The better villain in that whole idea of Ant-Man, a better villain would have been Lawrence Fishburne's character in Ant-Man 2. Remember that? The original Giant Man?
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah.
We did talk about it. He would have been
a perfect villain for this and be still that Ant-Man. But his version is, instead of him and Hank Pym falling out, or instead of Hank Pym figuring it out, he figured it out, not Hank Pym. You know what I mean? That would have been a better what if, in my opinion, because it makes sense. It's like it connects to the, not connects, but it compare and contrast the original movie. Instead of this, it's like if what's her name? Hank Pym's daughter. I keep on forgetting her name.
I don't know.
But if
Hope.
Hope, yeah, there you go.
I remember
it's always been Hope.
Yeah.
If the Wasp in the movie joined Shield and still alive, it would make sense for this What If series. You know, it would
if
make sense.
the Wasp was still alive.
Yeah. No. If the Wasp in the movie of Ant-Man joined Shield and still alive. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because there's no context with that Wasp joining the Shield and dying from there.
True. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. About Hope being the reason, the whole ripple effect of why Hank will go like 180 against humanity.
The villain as Hank Pym, I think it's perfect.
But the reason of him being a villain,
no,
it just made him look like a big a big baby to be.
Like, it's so far with all these What If and the villains, the Collectors, it's not a stretch. You know what I mean? Like, Collector being the next big villain, as far as what Thanos said, makes sense. You know what I mean? Because based on the movies, because they're basing all of them in the movies.
Right.
If they're not basing in the movies, they could have put, I don't know, Galactus in there or any other villains. But with this one, it's like, it doesn't. What? Why? Why? What?
It didn't really occur to me, but
No.
it makes sense why you think. Why would this character, stir up the pot for everyone else?
Yeah.
That's a good one though.
Right. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's a good view.
hard.
I could never thought of that. I just like, oh, it's that guy, and he's mad because his daughter died. Okay, but now that you brought it up, it's like, you got a point. I don't know, why would he be mad? It's just like a big baby crying, and he's just pointing his fingers at somebody. I mean, his daughter made the choice to take the mission. Even Fury said that she knew what was coming, and he's just coming back at him. Like, I don't know. I mean, would you, if say that one of your daughters grew up to be like an agent of some kind, of a part of CIA, FBI, or whatever law enforcement duty to serve country, and one of the missions that they took was a very, very dangerous deal and died, what would you do?
No, I mean, it's still gonna be painful, but no, it's like asking all these soldiers who went to the army and get mad at the government because their son got killed in the war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They knew what their kids were getting into, right?
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just, it makes sense why would he be a villain, but the reason of him being a villain doesn't make any sense. Like, I like the idea of him killing all the Avengers and the way he killed them. You know what I mean? Like, it's very creative. You know, when he killed Iron Man from the needle. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like when he killed him,
stopped the serum or whatever to help him get healed.
Right.
That How did he? How did he end up dying? What did he do in his body?
He just basically, I don't know. He put something else in his body.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I was thinking about. I like how the creativity of them dying. Like, I mean, okay, I get it, they died, but I like how they came up with. So yes, he stopped the injection of healing him, and he gave him something else, and then Thor. His death.
Thor was with Hawkeye. Hawkeye,
That was hilarious.
but he was in the human form.
Yeah, I mean, he was still strong for a big body like for him, but yeah, you're right. He was still human. He didn't have all his powers or anything. But that was a sad way to die for Thor, man.
Yeah, but he still has beautiful hair.
And apparently he smells good.
Yeah, apparently he smells good. And
then how Hawkeye died. How did he die?
I think he just got choked or something.
Yeah, because he was just sitting there, and then his head was down. I just don't know how he ended up dying.
Yeah, I think it's just of him being same thing with Black Widow. How he got killed. She got killed.
She got killed because she got beat like crap, like really bad.
Yeah, but we never know what happened with Hawkeye. He could have fought him, and he just put him in that spot. Or
no, what I mean is like because in the end scene before it ended, it showed how the things that he died. Like, for example, how you mentioned earlier, how Hulk died. He became small, and inside through the little enlargement, heart enlargement. Yeah, that's an actual disease, heart enlargement.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
But with Hawkeye.
With Hawkeye, I don't remember how he died.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have fought him.
No, I mean, they showed it. I just can't remember what it was.
Oh, okay. And then with Black Widow, that's what happened. With Iron Man, that's what happened. But that's a very creative way of killing all of them, and it made Hank Pym or the Ant-Man really powerful or OP. Like he could just single-handedly kill all the Avengers in a creative way.
But apparently,
except for Loki.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
I thought that his death, his loss, or the bad guy losing was pretty. I expected more because he did so much, and then it just went ooh.
Right. Well, because if you think about it, Loki is really strong.
Well, yeah. It's just he played with his mind, and then he started going crazy.
No, not just that. Not just playing with his mind. He could see him, even if he's that tiny.
Right.
So
because
it's not just the illusion. It's just he can see him.
I was like that, and then he just smacks him. I remember now.
Yeah. So he is power. He is strong and creative, except when he fights a god or when he fights Loki.
Yeah, but apparently that his brother died, and it worked out for him because he ended up ruling Earth.
Yeah, not just his brother dying, like the whole Avengers dying, and that's how he ruled Earth.
Well, what I mean is that because since his brother was the ruler of Earth, or like the caretaker of Earth, somebody had to take over, and I'm assuming Loki did, and he really took over.
No, the taking over of Earth. It's not just because of Thor dying. Because remember, first Avengers started because he wanted to take over Earth.
Well, yeah. No, okay, so what I mean is in terms of responsibility. Like, I'm thinking, talking to his dad, it's like, hey, look, my brother died. Now all his responsibilities, like his occupation, his job, all his work is left unattended. Who's going to take over? They're like, oh, look, son, you can take it now. Go ahead. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but the way they take over realms is not the way he did. He does, because Thor is not taking over realms. He just watch over it, protect them. But his goal, which is it was clear in the first Avenger, is to just take over Earth.
Yeah,
like he wants to be the ruler of Earth, and it was evident in the first Avenger, and that's what he did. And because none of the Avengers are there to protect Earth against him,
right?
He would do it, because he could have done it with any other realms and take over the other realms. He just didn't know about Earth until that time happens. So yeah, he did take over Earth and run it, and this is why we had Captain Marvel, and that's in my notes. That's the end of my notes. Captain Marvel coming back. She came back
a lot
because
sooner.
Because of Loki ruling.
Well, that too, and what's his name? He was running out of people to rely on.
That's not good. How am I gonna edit that?
Anyway, so my bad. No, I'm just saying that he was running out of options. Like, he had no choice but to call because he's running out of the people he's going to rely on to save the world.
No, I think it's just got out of hand. That's what happened. Will you stop drinking coffee and hit the microphone again?
I won't. This time I went that way.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Okay, fine. My bad. Sorry to all those listeners and viewers. Apologies.
That's always been a debate about Fury not calling Carol right away.
Right.
Like what is a Captain Marvel kind of scenario? You know what I mean? Like he could have called her during the first Avenger. You know what I mean? Why didn't he call her? And then there's another time during the maybe not Age of Ultron. No, even in Age of Ultron, because that would destroy the whole Earth. Age of Ultron. You know what I mean?
Right.
But why just on the end game? And I know people will say, "Oh, it's because it's part of the movie." I get that, but the whole idea of having the pager based on the Captain Marvel movie is if you need me and if there's a threat level whatever, you call me. But why didn't he call her? You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's apparent in here too that he didn't call her not until Loki took over the whole Earth. You know what I mean? Like he could have called her before the whole ordeal or plan happened. But he's like, I'm gonna call her now. No, I'm gonna call her tomorrow. Not yet. It's not in that level yet.
It's not that.
You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't make any sense. That's always been the debate when we first saw the pager.
I just thought about it now. I mean, that's kind of slightly off topic. He gambled on that one, didn't he?
Which
Nick
one?
Fury on the MCU movie where he called the pager. He gambled on that one, didn't he?
Why do you think that?
Because we understand that Thanos, when he made the snap, he made this universal genocide, but random.
Yeah.
He gambled on the fact that Captain Marvel wasn't one of those random selections.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. In that sense, yeah. Well, here's the thing: Nick Fury didn't know. Nick Fury didn't know that would be the case. That it's a universal thing. The only thing that he knew was everybody's disappearing and turning to ash. And that's the only thing that he knew. Even when he's disappeared, he had no idea.
True, but still, the chances were very, very slim, like very thin to none.
For us, because we know it's you. Stop drinking coffee because we know it's universal, but because I was scared of you hitting the microphone again.
I think I learned my lesson the first time around. Okay. All right.
But
I'm done with it.
That was the thing. So he would gamble. It's the same thing that Thanos gambled with the snap because he doesn't know. He didn't know if he's gonna disappear too or whatnot. But it's crazy though. Like now that I think about it, we. Oh wait, no. We didn't see if his other minions disappeared.
Him and his partner was disappearing.
No, I'm talking about Thanos. Thanos and his minions.
Yeah,
disappeared. You know what I mean?
Well, they died before. In this version of Thanos, died. All his men died before it ended up him with the snap, right? Because the only ones that survived.
No, but we don't know that though.
Oh, you mean the snap happening during the war?
Yeah, during Infinity War. Yeah, we don't know that. All we know was there's a war happening, and then he
the
snapped.
Good guys, yeah.
And because when he snapped, there was still a war going on out there because Black Panther's people are still fighting them. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right. Interesting.
Yeah, we didn't see that. So Thanos gambled with the snap, but Fury, as far as Fury, he has no idea, or he had no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what brought him to finally think about. Okay, it's your turn, Miss Marvel. Do you think he knew that at that time that they were fighting?
Let's see. So when Infinity War started like right away, right? I'm talking about like the people on Earth, like with Iron Man and Doctor Strange. It was right away. It was as soon as Hulk fell from the sky, and landed in Sanctorium. The big ship showed up. Oh yeah, they would have seen the ship.
Okay.
They would have seen the ship landed on Earth and then left.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
And this is right after Shield was actually Hydra, right?
Yeah, way after. Yeah, so they could have seen it for sure. Did the oh no I'm imagining things. I thought the crap, Winter Soldier. Remember the big ship? The flying ship that they were riding on.
Yeah.
I thought it made a comeback in this What If, but I think I was just imagining things. I don't think it did.
I think it may have done in the prior episode.
I don't think they showed it.
I think they did, but it was one of those scenes of the What If scenes, like after the fact that this person died, and then these. I think. Now I'm imagining it, now that you brought it up, because I think there was a scene of it.
There was a scene in Loki, in the show Loki. One of the rubble in the end of the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
When Loki showed up, it was there. The
helicarrier.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Captain Marvel showing up. She showed up out of nowhere in there, like what she normally does. Same thing she usually shows up out of nowhere. So she showed up first in the beginning of Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Showed up out of nowhere, right? For Tony Stark. She showed up out of nowhere. She just
came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Went to Earth, and then during the Endgame, towards the end of the Endgame, she showed up again out of nowhere.
Yep.
And destroyed the ship. That's all she does. You think about it? All she does is
just
something. Something involved ships. So Captain Marvel movie, what did she do? Destroyed ships. And then beginning of Endgame, carried the ships. The end of the Endgame, destroyed ship. Like that's all she does. All she does is involve ships, destroying them.
She has to be a captain of something, of some kind of boat.
That's true. That's true. She's not a captain like Captain America. She's a captain like legit captain. Like a pilot captain.
I think this one at the end, because I realized that Captain Carter and Captain America's appearance of after 70 years had a different comeback. This would have been the Steve Rogers Captain America, right?
It is the Steve Rogers Captain America.
Because he was in the ice.
But we also saw the shield.
Oh, that's right. The Star Shield. Okay. It was Captain.
Yeah. Yeah, because first Captain Carter got the Britain
that's right.
shield. And she also took the shield with her in the Tesseract with the champion. The champion. Yeah, the champion.
The Hydra champion.
Mm-hmm. Which we still don't know what that champion is.
It has to be an octopus.
It's gotta be like what the new Rockstar said. It's
I haven't seen any of the new Rockstars. Oh, you did.
Shoot, what was it? Not Hydra. Well, it is Hydra, but it's
Squid.
No, Kraken. Yeah, it's like a Kraken.
If it's a Kraken, it has to be a big old squid.
But it's not on octopus. Because remember in the first What If, he has so many tentacles.
Yeah, an octopus have 8, of course.
Yeah,
but it can't be a squid because it could be a squid because it was pink. Most squids I see is white.
Unless it's cooked.
Yeah. Well, unless it's cooked. Right.
Yeah, but the logo, the Hydra logo is not a squid.
Yeah,
It's
it
an
isn't.
octopus.
It's an octopus.
It's a skull with an octopus.
So maybe it's a
tentacles.
hydropus.
Ah. we went tentacle to tentacle porn. All right. I guess that's all I got. Do you have anything else?
No, that was it. I did enjoy this episode.
Awesome. That's it.
You know, yeah, I do have something for you because you asked me, what was your what ifs moments in life?
Oh, I answered you that. I answered
You
that,
just
right?
told me that it was like
Something about money, like being rich.
no. You told me. I thought that was a general thought.
Yeah, that was mine.
Oh, you're just gonna soup right into that one?
Like,
Fine.
no, that was the one of the common thing that I had all the time. So when I used to work in a factory,
Yeah.
I just to entertain myself because it's so stinking boring. For 12 hours you're doing same thing over and over again. You know, you're standing in one spot, do things over and over again. But to help me pass the time, is I imagine things, and that's one thing that I imagine is being rich. Like if I'm rich, what is the first thing that I'm gonna do? What am I gonna buy? You know, things like that.
Stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, apologies for going deep this morning or at the start of this podcast.
And hitting the microphone.
Yeah, I truly am sorry, and sorry for the editor. I truly am sorry.
I'm not editing it. If you complain, I didn't do it.
I really am sorry.
All right. Yeah. What would you say?
I said I put my coffee away after he yelled at me.
He did.
So.
He did put his coffee away. I don't really mind. Like I like having coffee and drinking it. I just don't like eating during podcasts.
Yeah, I was very careful. I mean, I messed up the first time and I learned my lesson, and then you still got mad at me after the fact.
You were doing this too with your mic.
I didn't do it like that. I was very careful.
I know, but you can hear it. Cause see this, you know what I mean? It's just a thud, but that one is a hard thing. Like do it, grab it. No, not that, your mug, and then just try to put it down.
I was very careful about it.
I know. Listen. See. The look on his face. The look on his face is defeat. I'm like, oh crap.
But I was careful though. It's all right. To all
you
listeners,
you know what would solve that? A coaster.
Anyways, to all your listeners and viewers, thank you for listening in. And if you haven't subscribed yet,
please subscribe.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching this podcast and listening to us. We appreciate you guys. I hope you ended up all the way to this podcast, and tell your friends about us and this Afterflicks. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Yeah.
Karen.